Hey guys, Mitch here with Super Platinum Achievement, and today I'm going to compare the Satisfye Zen Grip Pro bundle to the Skull Co Crystal Grip Case bundle and tell you which one I think is the best choice for your grip option for the Nintendo Switch. Let's check them out. First off, guys, if you are new to this channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below. We really appreciate it. Also, at the end of this video, if you liked what you saw, share with your friends and give us a big thumbs up. We appreciate that as well. So let's talk about these two awesome grip cases for the Nintendo Switch. Now, these two happen to be the version for the original Nintendo Switch. They both have OLED versions as well. However, if you notice, this one does kind of still fit the OLED, even though it's not meant for it. It's just a really tight fit. Whereas this version does not fit the OLED, and the OLED version does have some slight tweaks to it, but they're pretty much similar in every other way, so we're going to compare them side by side here. So let's start out by talking about the Satisfye case here. So Satisfye has been around basically since the Nintendo Switch came out. Everybody wanted a more comfortable option to play with their Nintendo Switch, and Satisfye delivered. Now, right off the bat, when you hold it, it adds a lot of weight to it. I mean, this is heavy-duty plastic, very well built, and it does make it much more comfortable. However, when I hold it, it kind of is a little bit more wide than I like, and is a little bit more of a reach for the buttons, and not the most comfortable for me. However, it is a huge improvement from just holding the Joy-Cons. And if you look at it, the right grip here does come out just a little bit more than the left one. For some people that like to kind of feel like the sticks are offset from the buttons, that gives you a little bit of that feel. However, it's a little bit awkward for me. I wish they would have stuck with the same sort of grip on both sides. That's just my personal opinion. I know some people may think differently. So let's look at what it all comes with in the Zen Grip Pro bundle. So this is the slim case. You got a case here that it fits in perfectly, a nice velvet inside. Just fits right in there, and boom, you're ready to go. It's got 10 slots here for games, and then that's about it. There's no room to put anything else in here. Maybe a little something under here, but not really much. I mean, maybe if you've got one of those extra game case holders that could fit under here, because my hand can fit under here without moving anything. But that's all the room you've got. It's not meant to hold anything else. But it's still a really nice case. You've got your handle, zips up. It's really cool as far as the form factor goes. But more about the case itself. It also comes with these two little thumb grips, which is a nice little detail they added there. And thumb grips are really nice to have for the Nintendo Switch. However, these I feel like do kind of impede the motion of the thumbsticks just a tad, because they hit the side of the Joy-Con before they were meant to. So I think that they made them a little bit too wide. But yeah, another cool thing about this is it is its own kickstand. However, it's a little bit more upright than you would want, because if you're playing with it in tabletop mode, that's most likely more of a more vertical than you'd want it to be. It's not 100% vertical, but it's pretty close. So if I'm sitting here playing like this, I'm like, that's not the right angle I'd want it. It needs to be a little bit more like how the kickstand's designed to be. So they kind of missed on that. However, it's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, it's really, really well built. Let me pop it out here so you can see. And like I said, I've got my OLED in here. So it is a very tight fit. They do make the OLED version, which is white, but this one still works. It's just slightly wider for the OLED. So yeah, as you can see, it's built very, very well, really sturdy plastic, and they did a really good job. It's also got this nice texture on the grips that feel great too. So the Satisfye is a wonderful option, but let's talk about this other option in the Skull Co. So the Skull Co bundle also comes with a case and then the grip case itself. However, this case is much nicer. It's a bit bigger, but you have more game slots available to you if you want to, because it's got all this. It's got a little pocket here for either more games or for a charger or extra Joy-Con or whatever you want to put in there. Still has 10 onboard game slots, but you can put more in there underneath if you want. You also have these extra grips that come with it, so you have options on what kind of feel you want. But if you look, it's got lots and lots of room. Excuse me, mine's kind of a little bit dusty in there. Lots and lots of room in there. You can put a charger, you can put an extra game holder case or two in there. And it also fits the Skull Co. Dock in there as well, which is really nice if you want to travel around. So you can put that dock in there and then your charger and have your full on-the-go switch ready to hook up to a TV if you want to. So that's really nice, and it fits in there just perfectly. So you put this flap down to cover whatever's underneath there. And then you put that in there, and then boom, ready to go with that. Same thing, it's got a little handle there. And then as far as the case itself goes, it's a different take on it. So it is a actual case, so it adds some protection to the Nintendo Switch, whereas the Satisfye does not cover the Switch in its entirety. It just slides in there for the grips itself, whereas this covers the whole thing. Now, I did say the OLED version is slightly different. I haven't got the OLED version just yet because I got their Neo grip instead because I already had these grips here and I didn't want to pay for a whole nother bundle. That being said, there's not much different aside from they changed the way the triggers and the L and R button are. But if you look at the case itself, it just pops out of here like this. And it's full rubber case like you'd put on your cell phone, for example. Flexible, everything like that. It doesn't allow for the kickstand to come out, but no big deal. It just pops back in there like that. And you're ready to go. And then, like I said earlier, it's got these other grip options here, and they're super, super easy to switch out. All you do is slide them off, and you can switch out your grip options here. So these are actually the ones I prefer, these medium-size ones. The ones I had on there before were the large ones with the finger holds on them. But these medium ones are my favorite for comfort. And I think they nailed the angles of these. It's so comfortable. It feels absolutely perfect, in my opinion, for my hands anyway. And the texture on them is really nice. It doesn't have the rubberized grip that the Satisfye does, which is nice. But it still has a nice little texture on there to give you a little bit of a grip. And the cool thing about that, you can switch them out. So if you like more of the bigger handle on the right side, you can mix and match. You can put the bigger one on here, which gives you a little bit of a bigger grip on the right side. Not much, but if you like to mix and match, it's definitely an option. Or you can take those ones off if you like just a protective case on there and you want something just to give you a little bit of a grip. They've got these in there too. And these allow you to have a regular size case as well. They'll fit in another case, no problem. However, they don't really add much of a grip. It's better than nothing, better than just holding the Joy-Con, but doesn't really make it super comfortable. So I never use these. I put these somewhere in the closet and lose them eventually. I actually had to dig them out for this video because I couldn't remember where I put them because I've never used them. But yeah, these medium ones are by far my favorite for the grip. And another thing about this is it is dockable. The Skull Co. is a dockable case for the OLED or the original version, whichever way you go. Whereas the Satisfye is not dockable. As you can see, I mean, that's thick. It adds a lot to it. Let me put the OLED back in here. Show you how tight of a fit it is if you put the OLED in the original version. It works, but not probably recommended. There you go. So yeah, not dockable at all, whereas the Skull Co. is dockable. I should have brought the dock up here, but it does go in there no problem. Let me just grab it here. Here we go, I got the dock here. So as you can see, it is dockable, goes in there just like that. Oops. Slide that off there. It's better to do it when you're facing forward. There you go. Goes in there no problem. It is a tighter fit, obviously, so you have to kind of push it in there. It doesn't just pop in like it would without the case, but it is dockable and works. Whereas the Satisfye, obviously, if you want to see, not even close. So yeah, both are great options, and they're both similar pricing for the whole bundle. Whereas if you are switching from the OLED, or sorry, from the original version to the OLED, it is cheaper to go Skull Co. if you've had the Skull Co. already, because you can just buy the replacement case, whereas Satisfye you have to buy the whole thing again, because if you already have these grips, they still work. But yeah, I prefer the Skull Co. I think it's a better option. I think it's more comfortable and it protects the Switch a little bit better. Like I said, they also have the Neo grip for the OLED if you don't want the full case. It's similar to how the Satisfye is, with being plastic that slides over it. However, it's thinner and also dockable as well. It says it's not dockable with the original dock. I haven't tried it out yet, but I know for a fact it is dockable on the OLED dock. So there's that to think about as well. And the Neo grip is adjustable, so you can use them for both the original Switch and the OLED, so that's a plus as well. However, it doesn't add the full protection like this does. But yeah, that is the Satisfye versus the Skull Co. I think the Skull Co. is the better option, in my opinion. It's got a different look to it, obviously, and you can also get different colors of these grips. But yeah, I think it does have a slight advantage over the Satisfye grip. They're both great. I just prefer the Skull Co. Let me know what you guys think. Do you have either one of these, or have you tried both? Do you agree with me? Do you have any questions about either one that I didn't answer in this video? I'm happy to answer them in the comments. Also, if you like this video, make sure to share it with your friends. Give us a big thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button, and we sure hope to see you again on Super Platinum Achievement. We'll see you guys.